The new year is nearly here, but the most important thing is the January transfer window is almost here. Bring it in. Gang, you know what it is, alright? We all love a little bit of transfers. We all love to get really excited. And no matter how much money Chelsea spent, 250 million last summer, we still want more new players, right? Right? You're agreeing. Today, I bring you 4 players that I think are realistic targets for Chelsea to either A, bring them in January, or B, set the foundations to sign them in next season. It's interesting. It's one player that's currently on loan, one player that used to play for us, a second player that used to play for us, and a third one who is arguably world-class in his position. You guys already know the deal. You're excited for this video because you're here. Help a brother out, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. The target today is 400 likes. 400 likes for this video and we're going to be partying. Honestly, big party. We're going to start off with David Alaba. David Alaba is a super interesting one. He's a player that can play left back, right back, defensive midfield, centre back. He is very dynamic, arguably both-footed, and very intelligent. He can even play attacking midfield if needed. He plays there for Austria. You're going to say, why Bayern letting him go, Alex? Well, he's got 6 months left on his deal, and he is open and available to discuss with any club in the world outside of Germany and pre-agree and sign the deal. Chelsea could actively be chasing him this January window. Rumours came out recently that Chelsea are in the market for David Alaba. They're very interested in the talent, and why wouldn't they be? The guy is phenomenal. He would add to our rapport. With Thiago Silva's age being what it is, and our defence can't go back to being Christensen and Zuma again. It can't. He could be the perfect replacement for Thiago Silva to be alongside Kurt Zuma next year. What's your thoughts? Player number 2 is one that the fans are so polarized on. So you have the people in the camp where they're saying, we don't want him ever. And you have the people that think he is better than N'Golo Kante. Yes, we're talking about Declan Rice. Let's bring it in. Apart from being a former Chelsea player, a Chelsea fan, Mason Mount's best friend of John Terry, friend of Didier Drogba, Declan Rice has been doing whatever it takes to get his ass to Chelsea. And I'm not even exaggerating. He did all of those things to secure a move to the Premier League, and now it is reported that Declan Rice is forcing a move to Chelsea in January. Yes, January. Does Declan Rice add anything to the team? Yes, 100%. He will be a combative defensive midfielder. He'll be someone that's neat in possession and plays the safe passes, and almost a Jonobi Mikel style player. He's very good in the air. He is solid and can play the centre back in the future and hopefully be developed into a world-class centre half. But do I think we should sign him? I disagree with this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't think we should sign him. I think his value at this moment in time is around about 70 to 80 million pounds. Whilst I think he's a good player, I don't think he's a 70 to 80 million pound player. It's very expensive, it's a big outlay, and it's putting tremendous pressure on him to come in and succeed. For me personally, we already have Ethan Ampadu, who's just as good in my opinion. If not a little bit worse, but yet with given time and experience, he will develop to become Declan Rice. Declan Rice has had opportunity, Ethan Ampadu hasn't. That's the sole purpose and the definition of the difference between them. One of the reasons why I feel like this move could happen in January is because the Euros are coming. Declan Rice goes with England to the Euros. His fee could rise astronomically. A bad Euros won't ruin his transfer fee. A great Euros will increase his transfer fee to the nth degree. He could literally become a £100 million player because West Ham will just say we don't need to sell. Look, we don't need the money. We don't need to sell. And that's what's going to happen. And that's worrying. This actually really worries me. So I think Chelsea are going to try to be proactive and secure the deal early on. Personally, I wouldn't, but I can see them doing it. The third player is a super interesting one and one that I really wanted at the club during the summer. Jeremie Boga is an Ivory Coast international who was eligible to play for France and came out of the Chelsea youth product and was arguably one of the greatest talents we've ever produced. You would say, Alex, why do we need him? We already have Hakim, we already have Callum Hudson-Odoi, and we have Christian Pulisic. I'll tell you, listen, have any of them been playing consistently on a consistent basis to tell us 3 wingers are enough? Jeremie Boga, we have first refusal on. The rumours have it that 20 to 25 million pounds will do the trick for Jeremie Boga, and for me, if he comes in, he would be a tremendous asset to the squad. He is tremendously versatile. He can play in the number 10 role, he can play left wing, and he can play right wing. He's very direct, and he is second to none. When I tell you second to none on his dribbling, he is as good as Pulisic. He is just below Eden Hazard in dribbling in tight spaces, close control, shielding the ball effectively and earning free kicks left, right and centre. I genuinely believe that this deal cannot happen, and there's a few reasons why. Number one, I think if Chelsea wanted him, he would have been a Chelsea player in the first place. So I think on some level, the club don't want him. So I think it's Frank Lampard personally, because Frank Lampard opted for Ziyech, he opted to keep Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. We had a buyback clause on him that was not activated. The club would have loved it. Activate the buyback clause, it would have been perfect. It's cheap alternative. Reason number two, I don't think Jeremie would want to return. I don't think Jeremie would want to return and sit on the bench. You can already see the treatment that Hudson-Odoi is getting. And this is why I worry about the treatment that Hudson gets. He sees Hudson not making the squad. What do you think is going to happen when Jeremie comes and all of a sudden we have 4 wingers? There's only room on the bench for 1 winger. And most of the time, Timo plays on a wing. So Pulisic gets that bench role. It's not very likely that he's going to join. Finally, this is one to look forward to in the future. We could potentially recall Marc Guehi, but I don't think this is going to happen. And this is more of a appreciation of the player and the talent that he is. Funny story, I saw him playing, I think it was against Bradford or Grimsby. I think it was Bradford. He played alongside Kurt Zouma. And the guy out-jumped him, and I was like, this guy's not ready, he needs a loan. Good player in there, but he's not ready. Went on loan, and guess what? He looks fantastic. I said it, he needed a loan. There was no point of him even being in the youth team setup anymore. He was too big, too strong. Lababaldo. Too big, too strong. The way LeVar says it normally. Like, he is absolutely fantastic with both feet as well, which I like. He is comfortable on the ball. You can tell he's a modern-day Chelsea product of the youth academy. He's very composed, good decision-making, leadership. He has a build that literally, you know, what is it JBL used to say about Randy Orton? If you were building a prototype, he would look like Marc Guehi. Fantastic centre-back. Based on the current evidence, it looks like Fikayo Tomori, Rudiger, and Christensen are all on the sale market. So what does that mean? It means that Marc Guehi has a big opportunity for himself. If he comes in next summer, or even if he returns in January, he's competing with Kurt Zouma and Thiago Silva. Could he be the third centre-half? And perfect role for him, in my opinion, if he comes in as a third centre-half. Sit back, learn from him, because Thiago is not going to be around for long. This could be the element where there's a partnership between him and Kurt. It's exciting. I want to hear your opinion. I personally hope he stays out on loan and plays as many games as possible. Comes back when he's ready, the way Zouma did. But let me know your opinion. Whether you agree or not, the squad is already deep. They've got a midfield in abundance, wingers, strikers, defenders in numerous positions with multiple amount of them. I think the squad doesn't need much adding. But a little bit of tuning here and there will not hurt. For example, if we get rid of 2 centre-backs, why not bring one in and get him ready to play for the long run? Then, if you start looking at other players, for example, a winger, Jeremie Boga could add something and a different element to this team. For instance, staying fit. Look, I'm not saying we're going to sign any of these players, but I can see us being linked with them, and I can see potentially 1 or 2 of them being at Chelsea for the long run. Marc Guehi and Declan Rice, I am almost certain will be Chelsea players. If not in this window, the next window 100%. But that was the Kavkas view, and I brought you guys the latest news. January's coming up. The video is going to be flying out left, right, and center. I'm going to be bringing you stats you need to know. I'm going to be bringing you everything you need to know regarding games, statistics, transfer news, and match reviews and previews. So all you have to do to get all that content for free, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Literally, it goes a mile of help I really appreciate when you guys do that. Thank you very much. I'm out. Peace. I'll bring you guys the preview on Saturday for the Chelsea versus West Ham game. I'm dreading it. I'm not going to lie to you.